It's like, no, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, what's good? Dragon Ball Super. Here to talk about just sort of like I don't know what exactly to title this video. I'm sure I'll think of something, but basically I wanted to talk about I I guess the general idea is that I feel like that the Resurrection F stuff is going to be severely rewritten from the movie, and I guess I mean, first thing I guess I could start off with is just to summarize my thoughts on the Battle of Gods arc in Super. And so I mean, I already made a video on that, but just I guess just to, like, summarize and make it a little more succinct and concise and precise, I guess, so that people can like not have to go through 20 minutes of a yellow screen and just get like 3 minutes or two of a yellow screen here. I don't know. Anyway, um, basically, I thought the fights were better. I thought the characterization was better, particularly with Goku and Vegeta, and especially now because one of my gripes was that Goku had the whole in the film, like when he was a Super Saiyan God, he was like, "Oh, I hate the fact that I had to rely on other people to get it," and to me that was like very unshonen like, which I liked, and so now here in Super we finally got it. Like it was at the end of the fight at the end of episode 14 or 15, I forget. 14, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 14, and Goku was like. Yeah, the power is kind of worthless, and it kind of doesn't mean anything if I got it with the help of other people. So I was glad that they left that in. Yes. And so basically, all the best moments of the film were made better in Super, in my opinion. Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Beerus, the characterization with Goku, his not so much his pride, but we learned more about Goku is what I mean. Like the fact that he can hold a grudge, that the fact that he's lazy a little bit. I like those things. Those are things I like in pretty much all my characters. So I liked his character, not so much the grudge holding part, but just like in characters in general. Like those are things that I like. And so I'm glad we got to know a little more about him and what his personality was like, what he was like in general. Vegeta's characterization, what like Goku meant to him, I like that, and his fight with Beerus I thought was much better than the film version. Fights in general I thought were better than any were yeah, they were better because there was no CGI. One, there was no CGI, and two, we could actually see what the hell was going on. Unlike what was in the fucking film, which I appreciated. Um, I think I said it in my video, like Goku and Beerus like flying around in the city, you can't tell like half of what the fuck is going on. Like even when they have like that famous scene where Goku as a Super Saiyan like flies out of the fucking ground and then Beerus chases after him into the sky, like you can't tell like what's going on over there. Unlike the old series in Z and even in GT, where you could like, even though they were like moving fast and like punching and kicking fast, like you could like still make out like the motion and like shape of their limbs and see like what they were doing, right? So I was appreciative of that in here. Vegeta's reaction to his attack not working against Beerus was much better in Super than in Battle of Gods. Bulma actually getting hurt by Beerus' slap was much better in Super than in Battle of Gods. The Super Saiyan God transformation was much better in Super than in Battle of Gods. The actual fight was much better in Super than in Battle of Gods. And people act like the animation in Battle of Gods was like some like major, like, oh, it was like so good. Just like, no, are you fucking kidding me? One Punch Man and episodes in Naruto Part 1 were animated way better than well, not anything, but most of the stuff that you got in freaking Battle of Gods. Not that I didn't like Battle, so I still think Battle of Gods is a good movie, but I think just Super is way better. I mean, the only problem with Super is pretty much the pacing, but that's about it. As far as like story and like plot specific details and characterization and all that, like Super's just better. Like I don't know how else to say it. The director is better. The animation supervisors, I would say, are better. Like people shit on episode like, oh, it's like bad animation, but like something like Goku burning the grass off of Kaio's planet, King Kai's planet, that was pretty cool. It's not like I didn't think like the animation was like total shit. Like Goku's Kamehameha when he hit Beerus and Beerus stopped with the one finger, like that was cool. It was like a Rasengan little thing. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about Battle of God since I already did like a video on Super's version of that. But pretty much what I'm saying is like I guess the reason I'm saying that is that because I'm very pleased with like how Super has rewrote certain events, and so there were two things that I noticed now in for the Resurrection F stuff. The first is Goku's the heart ray gun thing, right? So the first thing that I know, then if you guys haven't watched my 3 hour Resurrection of Fail review, if I can even call it a review. I mean, I guess it's sort of a pseudo review. It's a review and a rant, but pretty much everyone knows that my least favorite part of the movie was definitely that ending. Like it was like the biggest insult to me as just a Dragon Ball fan, and I don't. Oh, speaking about a film, before I get to the super stuff, that 2016 Dragon Ball film stuff, false. It's not happening. I'm so glad. Yamamura was at this panel in somewhere in Central Latin America. I don't know. I don't know which country. I think it was Venezuela, maybe. I'm not sure. But so that would be South America. Excuse me. But he was there, and like there was a panel, and someone said like, "Oh, he announced a new film or something." But no, it was just more promotion for Resurrection F, that fucking god awful film. And I'm just waiting for Super to rewrite it. And like I was saying, these two things are. Well, I would say one of the two things is making to look Super at least be better than its film version. And I think everyone agrees with me. I think, or people that I respect when it comes to Dragon Ball knowledge, agree with me that the movie has a lot more room to improve. So I'm ready for that, like a lot. And yeah, so no new film. I could not handle another Yamamura film. Again, like Yamamura was great in DBZ, specifically in when he was animating like the actual anime and not films. And here it was just, oh god, like I just can't, like Yamamura needs to go. Like he needs to go and work somewhere else or work on a different series, because honestly his character models are too fat. His faces are too fat. He doesn't draw the nose well anymore, and his animation is too stiff, and so he needs to go. He needs to go. Yeah, that I'm not saying like he's like a bad person. Again, I love Yamamura when he did stuff on DBZ, like in the old anime, but not so much here for this new movie, or even in Battle of God. I think he was the animation supervisor in Battle of God. Yeah, he needs to go. He needs to go. Anyway, oh, and if you guys watched episode, I think it was 15, 16. I don't remember which one. No, it was 16. It was 16. Yeah, the one where Vegeta actually ends up becoming a pupil of Whis, right? And so Vegeta has been training with Whis for 6 months since then. But on that episode, if you noticed how like Goku and Vegeta looked, like they looked a lot like how they would look in Dragon Ball Z. Specifically Z. Well, Vegeta only appears in Z anyway, so. But I'm talking about like the Masahiro Shimanuki, I think his name was. So like they're going back to like that old art style, which is so much. I'm just like yes, because Toriyama's old art style is so much more better than his new one. It's more detailed. There's more energy coming from the actual models. Not that I don't dislike the new art style, but his older one was just better in my opinion. So there's that, and what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So the two major changes that were coming in the Resurrection of version of, or Super's version of Resurrection of. First thing that I noticed was remember when Beerus stabbed Goku, and like the heart or like where his sign was. So I'm thinking like that. So I'm thinking like, and that's what I was talking about with the whole ring ray thing. I don't think that ray ring scene, I don't think that's gonna happen anymore, because now Goku has regeneration. He pretty much has regeneration, and I hope like it was not just, well, I hope, okay, here's the thing. I hope it's a one-time thing, only in the sense that if it does, okay, so if the ray ring scene happens again in Super's version of Resurrection F, which I hope it doesn't, but if it does and it's explained justifiably, like Frieza like transferred his power into the ring and that's how it happened or something like that. If it was something like that, then I'd be okay with it, but then I'd question like why isn't Goku regenerating like when Beerus did to him, right? That's what I'd be like wondering. And so it seems like that the Ray Rings thing isn't going to happen. Now, what does that mean? It means two things for me. Either one, Goku isn't going to fight Frieza, and it's going to be Vegeta from the get go. Or two, well, yeah, that's the one thing. Or well, no, or two, Goku will be taken down in some completely different way. I guess like instead of a Ray Ring, it will be like a punch to the back, like a KO, like how Majin Vegeta did to um, Goku when they fought. But I don't think it's gonna be like Piccolo when he shot Goku through his right lung. I don't think it's gonna be like Frieza cutting Goku's cheek with the Kienzan, and I don't think it's gonna be like Frieza blasting him at the end with that Ki blast. At the end of their battle on Namek. Um, which you know I kind of don't want Goku to have regeneration because I feel like that kind of takes away from the sense of danger. So maybe like Whis removes that. I hope he does, or Whis and Beerus or someone like, because they're such OP gods, they can like remove that ability somehow. I mean, we've already seen like different abilities from them, so just like add another one, I guess. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like that. And what else was I gonna say? So yeah, that's the first thing. So Resurrection F, I think is drastically going to rewrite that scene. I hope they do. At least like for it to make sense. That's the first thing. Second thing that I noticed was that when I was reading the Resurrection F script comments, which I'll post in the description box below, so you guys can read it yourself. It was like Toriyama's comments on the script, and that's when we learned that Toriyama didn't really make this a script. It was more of a memo more than anything. And I hope like he got more detailed about the script, and that script is now that's what's being used for Super Dragon Ball Super. That'd be awesome. And so well, anyway, I was reading like I don't have it right in front of me right now. I'm about to. Well, I can, but I'm not going to because I'm. Oh yeah, by the way, V8 Splash, mango flavor. It's good as fuck. But basically, in that interview, if you will, he was saying like a question was asked like, how did Goku and Vegeta come to train under Whis? And so Toriyama came up with the answer that Goku asked for Whis to train him, and so what he had to do was to bribe him with food. And then Vegeta saw that Goku was going to go train with Whis, so Vegeta, because he didn't want to be left behind in the dust, he wanted to go train with Goku as well, or with Whis as well, and Goku. So it was Goku first and then Vegeta. But it seems like in Super now they reversed it. It was Vegeta first and then it was Goku, which I kind of like. And so, and it was Vegeta who was the one who bribed him with food and not Goku. And so, what I noticed, like I watched the episode today, subtitled finally, because I usually end up watching the Raws. I'm not gonna watch the Raws once the the Universe 6 arc starts. But Champa, I said. Well, Champa, right? Champa, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, speaking about that, well, actually, let me talk about it right now. Whis, like in this episode, said that Goku, it's time to train Goku, so which means that he's preparing him for something, maybe for him to be the next God of Destruction, maybe. But I think Goku, like how he denied to that sort of position, like with Kami, like he's going to do the same here. Vegeta, on the other hand, might become a God of Destruction. That'd be pretty cool. But Goku might, I think, if that's what Whis is preparing for, then Goku might say no. So, but yeah, I'm curious as to what like Whis is saying, like what he meant by like it's time to prepare. Maybe he's like that enthusiastic about training Goku in particular. I didn't like Goku's impatience because Goku really hasn't shown to be a very impatient character. And so that was kind of like another shonen cliche thrown in there at the end, which I didn't really like at the end of the episode. But yeah, it's been 6 months since Vegeta trained with Whis, and apparently, like, is he? I don't know if he's on the same level as Goku yet or not. But it begs questions like, is he going to get Super Saiyan God? Does he need Super Saiyan God anymore? Did Beerus or Whis? Is he like Beerus now, where he's just naturally a guy, like he naturally has godly ki now because we endowed it onto him or whatever. I'm interested to see that, but we're also finally getting Champa and Vados. Yes, 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 yes. Finally getting them. Finally getting them. I can't wait to hear their voices. I'm sure I will enjoy them just as much as Beerus and Whis. I see no reason not to. And this Universe 6 stuff, people are calling it a tournament. I wouldn't really call it a tournament. It's more of like a 5-on-5 team battle. Kind of like the Dark Tournament, if I were to use from Yu Yu Hakusho. If I were to use an example, it'd be like Team Urameshi versus Team Toguro, Team Toguro, Team Masho, Team Yuria Togi, Team Rokuyukai, so on and so forth. There's a team I'm forgetting. I don't remember who. I can't remember the name. Team Doctor. Team Ichigaki. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of like Ash versus or Satoshi / Ash versus Paul / Shinji in Pokemon, the Sinnoh season. Like it was a 6-on-6 battle. So this is gonna be like the same thing. It's not really a tournament. I don't think it's a tournament. It could be a tournament between like 10 people, but I would just call it more of like a 5-on-5 match, if you will, because it's team based. So yeah, I don't know how that would work. Like you have like 5, and we'll see. Anyway, I'm hyped for that. I can't wait to see like who the new characters are. If I had to anticipate who the team is, it's going to be Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, and then the 5th spot will be filled by Gotenks, but I could see Champa or Vados, Ancestral or Vados, seeing that as cheating, so Krillin instead will take that spot, or maybe 18. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that next episode, it's gonna be fucking hype, and it's already a good. Listen, it's already a good night because of the Shogun assassination stuff that previous Gintama video I made. But this, like, after thinking about it, like, yo, it's a really good fucking night. So yeah, that's it for me, 17 minutes. I have 2 more videos. I don't know if I'm going to do them today. I might do them tomorrow. I'm going to do 2 manga reviews for JoJo's Part 7 and Vinland Saga, because people need to read those 2 things. And I've scored Dragon Ball a 9 out of 10, but these 2 mangas are honestly 10 out of 10. So they're so fucking good. Really, they're probably the best manga that I've read, like, period. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys then.